like my girls just like I like my honey. Sweet little selfish.
What's up guys, welcome to my video. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. So today I have another makeup video for you guys, and I'm gonna try and do them a little bit more often. I'm gonna try, okay. I'm gonna be just trying out a few new products that I haven't used on camera just yet, and I'm gonna be obviously talking through as much of it as I can. You guys should know by now I'm terrible at talking through when I do my makeup. I struggle with that. I'm really good at multitasking, but this for some reason I can't do. I really enjoy doing my makeup in silence or like listening to music or whatever. Thumbs up if you love listening to music while doing your makeup. I'm heading out tonight and I just thought I'd film myself doing my makeup. Some new products that I want to show you guys. I will be using my new Huda Beauty Faux Filter foundation. I've used it once in the past, and this was a couple months ago when I first got it. I bought it in Paris. And I will also be using the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow in Bronze Bell. But of course we'll get to those as we go on. Without further ado, let's get started with this video, and please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to my content. Let's go.
Honey, green, little jealous, 'cause I'm a beautiful red, a colorful.
And for my eyebrows, I've gone ahead and I've used MAC Pro Longwear Fliudline in the colour Dipdown, and I really like this. It was like one of my first favourite eyebrow products. This was after I kind of graduated from using pencil. I was never really good with a brush up until I started using it. So I kind of graduated to using a brush to do my eyebrows, and it was kind of one of the first products that I got into. And I used an angle brush to do this. I make sure it's nice and flat, and I just go over the bottom and go over the top, and then I fill in the tips because my eyebrows, I have enough eyebrows, so I don't like to do too much. And now I'm going to go in with a mixture of a few things. I like to mix a lot. I have mixed my usual everyday foundation with Pro Longwear concealer, and in the colour NC42. Because this concealer is too light and my foundation is too dark, I want to bring out the shape of my eyebrows and neaten them up. That's why I've mixed those two colours together, and I'm just going to go ahead and neaten up the bottom and then the top, and then blend that all out.
But I'm funny. Oh, I'm a heartbreak bed with a stone cold neck, yeah, I'm charming.
So I'm going to go straight into my eyes, and I'm going to be using this Morphe 3502 palette. I got it quite recently, and to be fair, when I saw the palette online, I was moving and I was shaken. I don't really fall in love with palettes, especially like when I see them online, but when I saw this, it just had everything I was feeling and I had to get into it. I'm going to be taking this shade up here called A Blaze, and I'm going to work that just here. I'm going to dust it into my crease, but then also work it up ever so slightly. Then I'm going to take the shade right next to it called Heat, and I'm going to work that just below it. Now I'm going to go in with this brown shade down here called Rich.
All the pretty girls in the world, but I'm in this space with you.
I'm now going to go in with this shade, which is pretty much a black, and I'm going to work that into the corners and slightly into my crease, just ever so slightly for a little bit more depth in my crease. Just to blend it all out a little bit more, I'm just going to go back in with the first brush I used for my first two transition colours, and I'm just going to like let all of these colours be friends. So now I'm going to mix these two golds up here, this one called Pure and this one over here called Bronzy, and I'm just going to mix these two to create a nice gold base. Now I'm going to go with my Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow, and I'm going to just put this over the gold very, very lightly. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of brown to blend out the end, but you have to wait until the liquid metals is dry because you don't want to be moving the product around, and that just helps it have a nice gradient on the outer corners of my eyes. I'm done with my eyes for now, and I'm going to go in with my foundation, and as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm using my Huda Beauty Faux Filter foundation, and I'm just going to shake that up, and I'm going to be applying it with a beauty blender. One pump here, and as you can see, it's quite thick. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put a pump on my hand, on the back of my hand, just one pump, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one, but we'll see. I reckon I'm going to need it. And I've wet my beauty blender and I've squeezed out any excess water. I don't need it dripping, I just need it slightly damp. And I'm going to start by applying the foundation under my eyes. So the thing about this foundation is I do feel like it's kind of dark for my skin tone. I did get colour matched when I was wearing makeup, which I think is a bad idea. Never do that. If you want to get colour matched for any kind of foundation, don't go wearing makeup. But because I was really desperate to use it, I kind of bought it anyway. And I mean, it looked okay when she did it in the store under really heavy lighting, but it looked cool. And I think it works. Like, I don't think it's my colour, but I think it does the job. And I think I got it for about 40 something euros. Yeah, for about 40 something euros, which will translate to about 30 something pounds. And the thing about my routine is I can kind of get away with this foundation, because by the time I highlight and contour, everything's gonna sit and everyone's gonna be a nice big happy family. So I never worry too much when it comes to if my foundation is like a shade darker. And plus I have different foundations for different times of the year. But yeah, like I said, I don't really think this foundation matches my skin. It's way too brown. Way too brown. But let's continue, because we got other things to do. I'm gonna go with my concealer, the Pro Longwear concealer. I'm gonna put one pump on the back, well, half a pump on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use my brush to apply this under eye, everywhere I want to highlight basically. And I'm gonna blend it out with my beauty blender.
Put you away from me.
Just blend this all out. Immediately, once that's all kind of blended out, you can see that it really does give a nice highlight. It just really makes under eyes brighter. It really does its job. So I'm going in with my Revolution Conceal and Define, and I'm using the colour C17. Colour is deep enough, whatever you're using it for. I use this to contour, and I'm just going to place a little bit there, mainly to contour like my nose, and I just add it everywhere else just for balancing it. I like to contour my nostrils as well. That allows them to appear smaller. The nose is a little bit on the bigger side, but yeah, and I just blend that out with my beauty blender.
All the pretty girls in the world, but I'm in this space with you.
I go back in just to redefine my nose, in case any of the contour got into places that I don't want it to get into. Just like go back in and I create a little bit more definition.
Ooh, colored out the lines they can't define. My fire was fake with you.
I'm going to use the Mercier loose setting powder in translucent, and I'm just going to use this for the creases of my eyes. I have small lines that tend to build up when I put product on them, so I go back with my beauty blender and just make sure the lines haven't got any deeper, and I use the Mercier like that just to make that disappear. Voila! And then I'm going to go in with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I still use this. I'm still a big fan. Ooh.
I was made with you. I didn't stay with you. Escape with you. I like my girls just like I like
and I put this powder everywhere that I've put my highlight concealer. Down the bridge of my nose also. I don't wipe it away immediately, but then I don't keep it there for like the rest of my routine. Going with my Morphe contour palette, and it's a 06PW, that's the name of it. And I'm going to be using these two shades down here. I'm going to mix them up.
Sweet little selfish.
Now I'm going to go with my Bare Minerals Bare Pro powder in Hazelnut. Bless me, in Hazelnut. And I like to call this powder the mediator. I'm going to place this right in between my highlight and my... I'm going to place this right in between my highlight and my contour, and then just all around here.
I like my women like I like my money. Green, little jealous.
And then I just blend out any excess powder that's left under my eyes, on my forehead and on my chin. So I'm going to go back in with this contour palette from Morphe, and I'm just going to shape my nose a bit more with the powder. Just going to take it down the bridge of my nose here, and I use the darkest shade for the tip of my nose all the way around my nostrils.
Oh, I'm a heartbreak.
I'm going in with with my blush. It's from MAC and it's called Raizin. This is probably like my favorite blush ever. And I'm just gonna put that onto my cheeks here and then just kind of buff that into my temples. I feel like this is one color that really gives darker skin a nice blush tone without being like too crazy and too harsh. I think it's really, really nice. It's been my favorite for like many years now, and I find it difficult to sway away from blush. I don't know why. I rarely use a different color blush. I have loads a different color. I don't know why. My favorite part, I say this is my favorite part because it's legit my favorite part. I'm going to use my matte iridescent powder in golden bronze. Spray my MAC Fix Plus on my brush just to get it a little bit moist so that the powder can stick to the brush for a really good application. So you're not wasting any, and I'm applying that there, and I'm just gonna buff it out into. To be fair, I really like to go crazy when it comes to highlight. Yeah, I go a bit mad. I have no decorum when it comes to highlight. I don't think you should. Let them see you coming. Let them be mad. I'm gonna blend out this powder that's still on my nose, and I'm gonna place a little bit of the same highlighter on the tip of my nose. So I said this in my last video, yeah. This highlighter from MAC tends to be like my base. It's like a foundation highlighter. It's what I use before I use a mega highlighter. Yeah, you see that? It's a nice base. So I'm going to be using this Topshop Shuffle the Cards. And I don't think it's a highlighter. It wasn't intended to be a highlighter. And it's an iridescent colour. So it shimmers loads of different colours. I don't know if you can really see it, but when I put it on, you will see what I mean. Pat my brush on there because I don't want to collect too much product. And I'm going to swipe. It broke. And I'm going to swipe it on just here. And I'm sure you can already see like it has a colour. Now I'm going to go back into my eyes and I'm going to finish off what I started. And I'm going to be using Eyeko Black Magic Liquid Eyeliner. My Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I'm going to coat my top lashes with this. I'm going in with my eyelashes from SK Lashes, and I'm going to be using Monroe. I think these lashes are really cute. They're dramatic whilst not being too dramatic, so they work really well for this though. I'm going to go back in with this Morphe palette. I'm going to use Heat and Rich, two of the colours that I use for my eyes up here. I'm just going to mix these and I'm going to add them to my bottom lashes just to smoke them out. And I'm also going to go in with my mascara once again. And I'm going to get rid of any excess liquid on the bristles because I don't want this to be messy. I like having a nice, neat, defined bottom lash situation. I'm going to go in again with the same highlighter from Topshop called Shuffle the Cards. I'm going to put this in just into my tear duct. Along with that, I'm going to use a little bit of my Bobbi Brown Sparkle eyeshadow in the colour Sunlight. Now, this is a nice gold and it has a lot of shimmer in it, and that's what I'm after for my tear duct. So today, I feel like I want some gloss. Buxom Gloss in Dominique. It has quite a bit of shimmer in there. I really do like this lip gloss. Nice and clear. And it also has a really, really, really nice tingle. So I'm using, if you've been following me for long enough and you've watched a few of my makeup videos, you'll see that I use the same colours all the time for my lips. I'm going in with my MAC Chestnut Pencil. Strip down, and I'm just going to place that. And then I'm going to place a little bit of NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Abu Dhabi. I'm going to use a very, very little bit, and this is just to add a pinkish tone. And I just want a very thin coat of that. Voila. But we're not done. Oh no, we're not done. No, we're not done. I like to tidy up the section between my eyeshadow and my eyebrows with a little bit of powder, and I'm just going to place that there to neaten it up a bit more. Sometimes I think the division is a bit harsh. And I'm going to go with my Eyeko eyebrow designer, my eyebrow gel mascara, and I'm just going to tidy up my unruly eyebrows and any sort of fallout from any kind of powder that may have sat on my eyebrows during my routine. This gets rid of it. So I did mention that I was going to use this gloss. Now I like to do this when my lips are dry, because obviously I've just put something that's slightly moist on my lips. So I like to wait until my lips are fully dry, and then I apply the gloss with a brush or with my finger, very, very thinly, very, very lightly over. So I'm going to set my makeup with my Too Faced Prime Set Refresh Hangover 3-in-1, as well as my NYX Matte Finish setting spray. Really, really love these. I think they're a good setting sprays. Nice way to finish off your makeup routine. But I'm going to do that in a bit. I want my face to kind of settle a little bit more, especially my bottom lash, the mascara that I applied there. Sometimes it can still be quite wet because of the amount of finishing spray that I love to add. It tends to get them quite moist, which means I get left with some mascara on my skin, so I don't want that today. So I'm going to wait a little bit, I'm going to tidy up, and then I'm going to go ahead and spray in a bit. And I also don't want it to wet my, that feels so good. So I spray one and then I go in with the other shortly after. Whichever one I do first, I like it to dry before I douse my face with the second setting spray.
You're the truth, shorty, the fruit punch in my 40. Sweeter than candy, brandy's the only one for me. You did it up, and sold $1 million a week. But when you caught one and show, you kept the real with the streets. That's the true honor, not the jewels like Gabbana. Any fool can accomplish just a few $100. That's paper thin. I got my mama out the apron, a lawyer from an 8 to 10. Make way for twins.
Who the twins that be making it hot? #1 on your Billboard charts. Showing love to them thugs that be holding the blocks, and we be tearing up the club like the 3-6 Mafia. So we crack, baby. Ain't no time to react lazy. Brandy gave us a call and out of tracks gravy. Perhaps maybe we can ball with